Time to get spooky with it. Oh shit. Okay. All right, I think it's oops, my bad. I'm over here. I messed up the tunes. My bad, Mr. Drums. I know I messed up the tunes. I try to turn it down softly. Yo, today is Wednesday, April 24th, 2024. Is this it's the same forwards as backwards OD right now. We live in the Matrix. But yeah, today is the 24th, and X is the 24th letter in the alphabet. So I've been paying attention to 24 days this year. I think 24 days might be a vibe. What's up, everybody? My name is Crypto Bruh, aka More World Peace, the DJ / producer. Coming back again with another video about some crypto shit. That's what we talk about here on this channel. We talk about crypto and how much we hate it. how much nah, I can't even be like that, bro. We love crypto. Crypto is the truth to set you free. Hopefully you can register it in this reality. And you know, it speaks to you more than you speak to it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so today's the 24th, almost at the end of the month, and a lot of spicy shit is going on in the space right now. I've seen multiple tabloids that have me head over heels, like, yo, it's going down. I like Quantum Cat's advertising right now. They're really trying to make people hodl their cats. These things are expensive as fuck. Wish I had one, but I'm a poor pleb that just has a bunch of XBlocks. But I believe in my XBlocks, man. My XBlocks gonna turn up. You feel me? If you're on Twitter now watching, shout outs to you. But I look at the chat on YouTube. But if you go to Twitter and watch it here, there's no ads. So if you're on YouTube and you fucking want to keep the window open in the chat, but you don't want no ads, pull up to Elon Musk site and, you know, don't help it play out. Don't help with the algorithm. But yeah, man, it's another day out here. You know what I'm saying? But the two biggest stories that I read this morning that I just want to bring up real quick is one, my guy Jack Dorsey, Satoshi himself, coming back with a banger to remind everybody that he has a pretty powerful corporation going on right now. And Twitter was a great way to introduce himself to Silicon Valley. But this man is a fucking cyberpunk troll, whatever you want to call him. you know, I was just waiting for Square to start doing spicy things with Bitcoins. Where am I at? There I am. What's up, y'all? I've been waiting for Square to do some spicy things with Bitcoin because essentially I am pro Jack Dorsey. I think he has something at his disposal. And I mean, I started to really look at Jack Dorsey when Square or when Cash App started to take Bitcoin. That was different to me. I was like, wait a second. Cash App takes Bitcoin. Like, I know a lot of people that have Cash App who would never even think about buying Bitcoin, and they could just randomly buy Bitcoins. And because Jack Dorsey did that, it applied pressure on like Robinhood to introduce Bitcoin that wasn't paper, right? Robinhood was only selling paper Bitcoins before Cash App introduced real Bitcoin Bank. You feel me? So this news came out to add on to his legacy of being Satoshi. Jack Dorsey's block now allows millions of sellers. It shouldn't say sellers. It should really say retailers, small businesses. You know, those are the people that use Square, all right? And that's what block is. Block is Square. So it's allowing retailers and anyone using the Square system to automatically convert 10% of their daily sales into Bitcoin. This is huge. This is fucking humongous. Like, if I had a straight up business right now running on Square, did you best believe we rolling 10% of every day into Bitcoin? You're fucking tripping if you don't think that's happening. So shout outs to Dorsey, bro. That is such a powerful move on the 24th day of the 4th month. The fuck? Wasn't nobody expecting that. X in the house. So yeah, I'm positive on this, and it feels good too, because again, if you're using Square, it's small businesses. It shouldn't say sellers, because let's say you are like, you make things and you've been using Square, like you can roll over your transactions, bro. I believe it's 1 to 10%, so you don't have to do 10%, but you could just do 1%. Square is going up. Square is going up. All right, that's crazy. What up, Dank? What it do? What up, Goonin? What up, Bag Leave Dev? What it do? Mind, Body, and Crypto up in here. Mr. Drums up in this peasy. We got Augmented, Tree City West, Dr. Jamos. It's a win. Incentivize the peeps. Man, look at his face. This guy. That's Satoshi. Y'all were looking for Satoshi. He's right here. It's not Jack Levin. I don't know who Jack Levin is. Jack Levin is the anonymous mask for sure. We don't know who that guy is. We're still studying him. I don't think he's Satoshi. Satoshi dipped. He said, oh man, I'm working on some other shit. I gotta get out of here. Jack Dorsey. You know what I'm saying? Jack Levin is still in crypto. Satoshi not in crypto. He said it himself. He working on other stuff. And the other stuff could be payment rails in the hands. And that's kind of where my future is in crypto, as well as how do we progress mass adoption into the hands of users. And it's probably going to be like headsets. What we call handheld. Sorry, had to throw it back a little bit. I forgot that a device or a cell phone or an iPhone or a smartphone is really just a handheld. So yeah, handheld devices using digital payments. That's where we are now. You know, we'll have headsets next. I mean, that's with Meta. If you've been following tech news, Mark Zuckerberg also said he's open sourcing Meta's Vision OS so that other people can make headsets and basically utilize or leverage the Meta Quest OS. And that is like, right now I'm like, man, things are starting to move. Like, if you're really still not registering how quick we're getting ready to usher in the era of artificial intelligence and augmented reality. I mean, it's been here, but it's getting ready to hit critical mass where you're going to see it developing its culture, right? Cryptocurrency has actually already developed culture. And that's kind of why, again, I've been pro AI for like the last 4 to 5 months, because it does feel like there's a race there. there's something there. Like even Grok. I get Grok for free now. Wait, don't I? Yeah, I get Grok for free now. I didn't get this for free a couple months ago. So this is pretty fun that I didn't have to pay, $16.99 to try this out, and it's getting to me now, critical mass. Granted, I use XenGPT, I use OpenAI, I also use Meta's LLM, and different just ways of just trying to see where this could go. And again, AI is an untouched territory, but it's going to be on the back of infrastructure. If there's not a really good infrastructure for that AI to thrive, it won't be successful. And again, we don't know what the fuck Satoshi Jack Dorsey is cooking up, but this is the beginning of something huge for the crypto space. Like this is a positive. Like there's no negative in the story at all. And then we have this big ass story that came out today, which is Binance, my guy CZ. He's getting ready to do some prison time. He's gonna be hitting them burpees. He gonna come out swole as fuck. Can't wait to see the physique on CZ when he comes out of the pen. Hopefully he puts it to work, you know what I'm saying? And he doesn't come out, I don't think anybody in the jail still had crypto. So there's no reason to go after a crypto founder if you go to jail, You didn't do anything bad. You turned up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the worst way to look at it. It's like, yo, if you help crypto out, bro, like if you go to jail, you're gonna be a kingpin. You're on your Pablo Escobar. As soon as you land in the pen, look at Sam Bankman-Fried. He's surrounded by goons because they know when he's free, that's their books, right? This is a new movie cooking right now for anybody out there that makes movies. That'd be a good movie right there. But yeah, CZ. He could face up to 3 years in prison after pleading guilty. So they'll probably try to get this plea deal down. He'll probably do like a couple months, just serve some time for the cameras and get up out of there. He already did majority of the work. He stepped down from Binance. He paid a $50 million fine. He's done a lot, So the fact they didn't say 20 on this like they did Sam Bankman-Fried, he good, but this has happened, and this is why I'm just bringing it up in the beginning of the show before we talk about some Zen, because we're seeing a pullback in the market, and this is to be expected. A lot of people who aren't in crypto for mass adoption or critical mass, those that are here for personal gain, who are looking for their 10% today and their 20% a week, blah, blah, blah. This is their market right now. Like, again, we are very far away from the forecast of the true Bitcoin, which is around $50,000. I mean, if we're looking at the 200, it is at $48,000. So theoretically, it is overextended, and it should be pulling back. It's just a sucker's pullback. Like if you're selling your Bitcoins right now in the concept of fear and not profit, then I can understand, why you got caught up, sucker. But if you're selling for profit, who cares? Like I got some bits right now. I'm thinking about selling just because, fuck it. I sold some bitmaps. Like I should sell this shit, right? So that selling is being built into crypto's chart. The thing about it is again, there's swing traders that control daily moves. But looking at like the lookout, let's look at the lookout. Like Bitcoin looks like it needs to just suffer a giant pullback. If it got that over with, things would move on, because again, these stories about CZ gonna do jail time and that's it, and then Square enhancing their terminal for retailers, that's an enhancement. This is a straight up upgrade if you're making money in your retail business and you're using Square, and you can do it. For you, this is a one up, so it's great for the overall ecosystem. So I don't know about what's going on over here, but also looking at the dollar, the dollar looks like it wants to reverse for a little bit, and we're pumping money out like crazy, and I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. Majority of my assets are in crypto, so I don't know what the fuck is going on in the fiat world, but every time I tune in, it's just getting weirder and weirder. So Yeah, it's like I'm living in a dual reality. Like my crypto reality is doing very well. Then my fiat reality, it's there, it's present, but I do see the struggles. Like there's cracks. There's no way I cannot not see the cracks, you know? So knowing that like we're about to print like $95 billion and throw that shit all around the world, I'm super duper curious to what's going to happen to the dollar. I think this is a positive for the dollar. Like my gut is telling me that we're actually in a good environment. This is evil as fuck, but like it's the way that the money works. If you want money to work, it's going to be more evil than pure. And that's why we're in crypto, right? Because crypto is the next best thing to the fiat system that is a total lie, right? Like crypto is hard reality. You make Bitcoins, you make XNM, you know, you can make ETH, but you got to buy it now, and then you stake it, then you make it. But yeah, so like that's the reality of real crypto, is that the user owns the network, not the network owns the user. And essentially fiat is in that spectrum where the network owns the user. So if you own the fiat, you should be saying, well, yay, you know, we're printing hella money. Like money's going to flow around and people are going to start moving, you know. Why the Fed's keeping the rates higher for longer, it might not be such a bad thing. Like, you know, like short squeezing the fuck out of the poor and shit. It's lit out here in America right now. I don't know what the fuck's going on, bro. I'm just chilling, watching everything go down. And again, I highly believe that Bitcoin needs to pull back, and I do believe the dollar needs to roar so that can have its cycle and we can kind of move on back into this idea that the Bitcoin is the future, right? From time to time, it's like this weird thing. It cycles back to doomsday where you just think like, oh, it's going to be like how it was before. And then all of a sudden it's not. It cycles into the positive that you were always thinking it was going to be, right? So that's kind of why, again, I believe that we're in that cycle of we all wanted to do one thing, but it's going to do the opposite. And that opposite is apparent, right? That pullback to sub $60,000 level, somewhere in this 50K level. Now on the weekly, you look at these moving averages and you cringe because you're like, oh my God, it's, you know, the 72's at 35. Like, what if Bitcoin pull back to 35? Now, personally, that would be too much free Bitcoin. Like, the Runes community ruined Bitcoin. Like, we thought it was bad with the ordinals, but the Runes community, I haven't seen these stats back to 12 in the longest time, bro. It's taken so long for the like hot air balloon to come back to the ground. And once it does, 69. Once it does, we don't even know what the bounce looks like. We don't even know what this looks like when it does finally settles and then people start to create again. Right? So it's just like Zen. You know what you saw with them runes, with them 100, 300, 700 stats. That is a possibility at any moment in time if people were to decide to do something epic on Bitcoin. And that's why, again, scaling is huge. We got X1 chain on the way if you want to go and clog up the subways. And I'm sure this is what's going to happen. Censorship is going to show up on Bitcoin, y'all. And people ain't going to like that shit, but like, look at what's happening. And I don't believe in it. I'm not like that at all. That's why I'm not championing Bitcoin right now, because that's a political fight of where you want to be, knowing that this thing can't scale. You know this shit ain't ever going to scale, but you're going to go fight that fight. I don't know. That's up to you. I'll root for these dudes, though. The Bit 420s, the high wizards. Shout outs to them. But yeah, looking at Zen, back to some cyber shit. You are all dick hairs. Says that's a shout outs China, man, calling us the dick hairs and shit. That's crazy. I mean, I've never been insulted like that. Like, damn. The insult game is crazy. But yeah, so looking at Zen, like from the overall market, it's just doing the same things that Bitcoin's doing. So since Bitcoin is suffering from the world fucking falling apart, we obviously can't get the right funding to go up. And we're actually having a really good discussion right now in the validators group, because what the fuck is Jack going to talk about? In case you didn't know, the Aptos dev hit up Jack Levin and say, yo, pull up to the office. Let's chat about our chains. So they're just going to have a chain chat, you know, and Aptos comes from people who helped build databases for Facebook. And that's what Facebook is really, that's where their ownership is in this future. I mean, if you really look at Facebook, their ownership is data. So their databases, how they owned that data is the most important information on the planet Earth. And that's why, again, looking at Aptos and the way that the founder, you know, came about, it's one of those, like, it's not, it's like, yo, I'm not surprised, you know, that they've created, or they're trying to create the Facebook token. So essentially Aptos is like the Facebook token. I'm glad I'm getting hip to this shit right now. So it's like, yo, if I need to grab some coins, you know, outside of the Zen world, if I get tired of my X coins and I want to go out and get some A coins, I guess, we can get some Aptos because it's on a straight downfall, right? But what my thought is that if they want to learn from X1, because X1 is really going to be one world style currency because of its infrastructure. That's Bitcoin. Bitcoin is one world currency, global currency. Everybody on the planet Earth knows Bitcoin, right? It does not change its verbal output from any human on planet Earth. Every human says Bitcoin. I haven't heard it in any other language. Unless I've never heard it. I don't even know how to say coin in another language, but I've never heard anyone that can't speak English not break their tongue and say Bitcoin in English, bro. So yeah, global currency. That's a vibe. Now, there can be an array of global currencies, because if you think of global, you can also think of like different types of credit card companies. There's only 4, though, that come off the top of my head that everyone probably knows about, which would be like Visa, MasterCard, Discover, Capital One, right? So like you have those branches that put people below, right? So that's kind of where I'm at with the crypto thing. I think there's going to be free market coins, and then there will be an array of coins like Aptos, Solana, these VC funded coins that start from money. And I'm working backwards now, because again, I didn't want VC funding in Zen, but I guess I just didn't comprehend what it really means to have VC funding. Like it's like you can fundraise and get seed rounds, you know, go out and throw your pitch deck at hedge funds that are looking for an opportunity. Or you could do what Jack literally said in a lot of interviews in the beginning, which was create a project that VCs want to buy, right? And on Thursday, like, they're going to start talking about how did Jack get to X1 chain? Like, how did he get to where we are going, right? Like, it's very Zune, yo. In a very Zune world, you're going to see it. Now, will it be... I mean, I think it's going to be jumping from day one. You know, I don't think it's going to flop, because it's on testnet, and it's like crushing it. And the scale now on testnet is to scale nodes. So like deploying, so the way that X1 works and why it's so fast. So this is a screenshot from last night. Jack Levin was able to obtain 800 transactions per block. There's 4 seconds or 4 blocks per second. So essentially 3,200 transactions in 1 second is what he's saying here. So when we look at this here, I was looking at this yesterday. So right now we have officially, they have tuned the code, and I mean, I guess this is kind of vague, so I gotta keep throwing it down the rabbit hole. So what happened is that Phantom has code and we have forked it, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna do what you're used to, which is like Pulse Chain, which did 100% clone of the fork. In our case, we've actually started to tweak parameter sets within the code to try to remove ideology. That's kind of how I'm interpreting it. Is there's an ideology to building a network, and X1 is gonna have a free ideology. Like, we want the network to expand rather than the network stay construct to control or ownership of a group of motherfuckers. That's pretty much every chain is a group of people that want to control it. Or, you know, or they're saying they're L3 now. I still don't understand this one. Hey, motherfucker, we layer 3. Y'all are tripping. Where was this thing at? Oh, my phone's too far away for me to go to the site I was on. I was on a really good site. Yeah. No. Who's got the highest TPS? I saw a thing of it. Where did it go? Hey, if anybody knows it, link that site, that TPS site. Why is it not showing up all of a sudden? All right, I'm gonna keep trying. Hold on. Because what was wild was Hedera like shot up yesterday. H bar. If you don't know, here it is. I think it's under this chain specs. It has to be chain specs. But they're trying to give me an article. I don't want the article, bro. I just want to see. I just want to see your dashboard. Yo, these websites too animated. Make the internet great again. All right, Hedera. There it is. So let's blow this up a little bit. So transactions per second is a big thing. No one really cares about it, I would say, honestly, on a basic level, because we're still on Ethereum and Bitcoin. Obviously, no one cares about how fast your shit can go, except those that want to go fast, right? Except those in the race, because there's a race, and it's called latency. Latency is what is going to create, in my opinion, the Internet of Things that you've been looking for. You've been looking for it if you're in crypto. Everything is a colored coin from Bitcoin, which is a real world asset. How can it become a real world asset outside of the peer-to-peer transaction formality concept, blah, 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 right? So that's the real race, TPS. That's why Solana, again, they have two things going for them, TPS and culture. So there, of course, Solana is at top. And now a lot of people are trying to figure out that part. Like, damn, Solana got to the top, you know, because it's always just been like regular ass coins. Like, yeah, Hedera up here. Shout out to Hedera. Again, Hedera, they popped off yesterday because people thought that they were going to be used as BlackRock's money manager. And it was just a meme. And the reason people thought this was because of how fast their TPS is. Like let's look at this shit. Because yeah, that shit only popped off because people knew the technology. Dummies. And oh, yo, Tree, I hope you sold. I hope you sold a little bit. What's it? Hedera. How dare you? And let's just go to market cap here. Where's Hedera at? I know it's got to be a top 7-day gainer. My H bars, throwing bars, still up 56%. Man, take some profits on this motherfucker. Because dorks that want to attract runes and other projects into crypto are lame as fuck. That's why. LOL. What up, George? With runes, can it be a Zen rune launch and burned on X1? I mean, anything can be launched on rune. Zen is just a mindset though. So if you do it right, everybody gonna show up. Ain't nobody gonna not show up to a good one. We don't know what's next, bro. We're just fucking in the quantum realm, just spinning around and shit, merry-go-round and shit. What's happening next? I don't know, bro. Me either. I don't know either. But yo, look at this, bruv. This is some crazy shit going on here. This stuff, it was dumped forever. Now, I like Hedera, don't get me wrong, but why is it that Hedera never got traction? Why is it that people waited for something to happen, like something like that, to like bring them in, right? Was this what? Oh, look at this, guys. Look, I don't know. I guess I'm just aligned, right? Like they even say it, real world assets. All the research, it just comes together like butt cheeks. I love that saying. God damn. Oh, okay. We might have quite a bit things open here. I need to close some of these things. So just a refresher, if you weren't here yesterday, what I was talking about. Yeah, see, like the Crypto Bro channel is like history. I'm weaved in culture. I'm not weaved in like 10,000 X's. Because for me, in order for it to like latch onto my passion, it needs to connect to like the lineage of where we are today. Because I love that type of shit. Like I love history and I love parallel relationships and keeping things in parallel. I think it's extremely important in human existence, because if not, then things again get very zigzag, and linear concepts then are too hard to reapply to the zigzag. That's why I don't smoke zigzags or raws. Just take dabs, straight pure 90% THC to the zone. But yo, colored coins, like I was saying, bro, real world assets. Satoshi was so smart by not adding this shit to Bitcoin, because humans are fucking dumb. They cannot handle too much fidget spinner. And now you have Hedera over here blatantly shilling real world assets. And this website is slowing my computer down. So, I mean, it's all the same stuff, you know? And at the end of the day, like, who cares about these products? It's the quantum realm. Something new can show up and make $1 million, and then Dale buys it and puts Dale on top of it. So technically, is Dale really a leader, or are they just a buyer? You know? That's a bigger conversation for a bigger day. But yeah, so Hedera, we like it. It's cool. It's nice. It's pretty. It's culture. You feel me? But it's P and D, it's pump and dump. Because again, it's not building culture in its chain. Damn, there's a lot of H bar. 50 billion. Wait, 50 billion, right? And 50 billion H bar. This shit burns, bro? I don't think so. God damn, that's a lot of coins. As a Zenian, this ain't a Zen coin and they got all them coins? What are y'all doing? I don't own any H bar, but yo, Tree, like I said, if you up, bro, get the fuck out of this. You heard it here. I mean, it could probably pop off again, because again, the only thing about crypto right now is so many people are controlled by like influencers that don't do the work, that like things can swing. And like, that's like, again, I've been saying this for a few weeks. And I mean, obviously, shout outs to all the people that keep subbing and subscribing. I'm almost to 2,000 subscribers. Like, that's fucking mind blowing to me. I remember when I used to stream like in 2018, and there would be like 2 people that would show up to the stream. So the fact that I have like 20 people here still makes me feel like, damn, there's people that are interested in this other side of crypto that's just not 10,000x yet putting the whole picture together, right? It's like, you're gonna make mad X's if you can capture the flag before everybody else seize that bitch on the hill. You feel me? So again, that's why I think the world has brought me to Zen, so I can continue to weave this project into everything else. Now, what I went on a little tangent there, went really far away from Zen for a minute, but it's because Zen, as you can see, is in a very good trade. So everything that's going on in the real world, down to the TPS, down to the real world assets. You just saw that on HBar's website. I didn't even fucking put that together. They did that for me. Down to we getting 3,200 transactions a second, and now you can see it here. Hedera, max record TPS 3287. What do you think is gonna fucking happen when X1 launches? Like, it's written in front of you at this point. Solana, we've surpassed Solana, and this is with 4 nodes. So what's gonna happen in X1 is slowly this tweak. So these tweaks to the chain will be introduced to other nodes, and then the response should be the same. Like, everybody should have the same finality on their chain, on their node, as long as they have the correct hardware, right? So then that's where it's like, yo, once this starts to become normalized, you can't just be on the network with a I mean, you could, but you might not be making a lot of XNN block rewards because your computer or your setup is just really slow. And then you also might be suffering a lot of downtime. They have a built-in concept to kick you offline if you're too slow. So if you lose the epoch on the validator, your validator is going to get kicked offline so that the network can run, because it is actually men left behind in this TPS race, because get your slow shit off. I've been kicked off so many different times. I'm immune to it. But yeah, so once we get to that nonstop, I mean, I don't think we'll be clocking this much. What could happen is I don't know, maybe this could be a goal. Maybe X1 could actually set a bar that no one was thinking about, which would be, hey, right now you can see here, this is an hour chart. So Hedera holds the #1 spot for TPS right now at 1.9 thousand transactions a second. Solana right underneath them. I didn't even know BNB chain had an optimism stack. My mind is fucking blown. I'm like, I saw this, I was like, yo, I didn't even know they had this, because they have all their users on the BNB chain. So this is probably why they were able to lower the gas more on BNB chain. They're probably running a subcommittee concept between their chain, that's a fork of Ethereum, and the OP stack, which is a much faster side chain. So you would have your BNB L2, and then now your OP BNB, which would technically be an L3, inside of fucking Binance chain, which is crazy to think about, Yo, chilled, right? But yo, if they have enough users, enough transactions happening, why not? Why wouldn't you build an L3? And that's, why I'm still laughing at that. Like, damn, that's really how you do it if you're not going to do it the way X1 is doing it, which is capacity is dynamic. Right, that's what we're doing. We're making the N. I'm catching on now, man. The mathematics of nodes, the big O notion. The only way to really scale that is not to continue to fractionalize, as it's like continue to split something into mini itty bitty teeny weeny pieces. It's actually better to just build something to put a lot through a portal fast than trying to split it up into mini tiny pieces and throw it into tiny bits of areas and wait for it to all come back together like it's fucking Willy Wonka. You feel me? Like, that's not the vibes. That used to be the perception, but I do believe DAGs have opened up a gateway to a new ideology of database. And now the database and crypto relationship is really close together, because in order to get fast TPS, you need to have a really dynamic database. And that's something that's happening with Solana right now. They don't actually want to create a faster fee environment, which is like confusing everyone, because they're like, you guys can handle it. Like, your database is popping and Y'all should try it out, but they just think it's gonna hurt their like marketing model. Very weird things going on at Solana camp. I still believe in them. I don't know if I believe in them, but I shouldn't say that. I got some shit over there. It's staked. Go up, bro. What up, Doshline? I wonder if CB holding any XNM. CB, who that? Tree is probably back holding. Maybe. Yeah, what up, Doshline? I gave you the wrench, bro. You wrenched up now. You're a FUD fighter. That's what happens when you get wrenched up. You become a FUD fighter. Welcome to the FUD fighting club. But yeah, I'm hyped right now on everything Zen. I just moved into 108th position in the leaders on XNM. So that's pretty cool. I know nobody fucking cares, but for me personally, I'm just excited that like the opportunity to really vote in the like blockchain. Like I understand like people want to make things so you can vote, but voting is your coins. And you should want to mine coins that you want to like. You shouldn't just be buying them because people say these are for votes. Like that's why I hate DAO coins low key. It's like, yo, we're gonna buy these to vote with each other. Like why are you trying to buy my vote? Like why don't we come to an agreement that we both like this together? And maybe we mine together, so then we really know we both together. You know, if I don't mind yours, you know I ain't with you. And if you don't mind mine, I know I ain't with you. It's so easy. It's so simple. It's so simple. But yeah, I got some spaces above me. Looks like I'm running into some GPU warriors here in the 30s. Super blocks. But yeah, man, I'm still shooting for the top 10, top 100. So I just want to squeeze up into there. Then we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll stop mining, but I doubt it. I'm probably going to mine forever. And continue to, like I was saying before, use XENblocks as like my starting block in crypto. So I can basically like you want to capitalize as much as you can on mining as it becomes harder and harder. And that's what I'm learning from the lineage of Bitcoin mining. Most Bitcoin miners had to expand with demand rather than, just like mined enough and that was enough. If you wanted to continue to thrive in the network as a leader, right, and votes being, right, that's how this whole DAO shit came about. It's because like people couldn't get enough Bitcoins. That's just all I'm thinking now. Like, yo, you couldn't get enough of the Bitcoins, so you decided to think of everything else outside of the scope of just do more work, get more Bitcoins. So you got the DAO of voting. But if you were one of the early miners in Bitcoin and you were getting those 50 BTC blocks, you have most of the votes. Like selling now is literally giving your share of the ideology away. So for me in XENblocks, I think I'm being kind of blessed with this like opportunity to actually join the future of cryptocurrency and not be anchored to the past of what people believe what their perception of the evolution is. Like I know for a fact you cannot have slow transactions. And Tron it's crazy to see Tron up here. You know, but when you look at the fucking gap, 838 versus 174, what the fuck? Like that is a huge gap, dude. That's going back to you could just see the gap in crypto, right? 1.2 trillion versus 380 billion. Like there's a huge gap there. Bitcoin still is dominant in its ideology of the market share. People with bread still don't believe in everything below. So where's the new money coming in, right? Solana is proving that people still want to buy opportunity in the retail space if there is access. And Solana is accessible. You can buy it on most exchanges on planet Earth. Like the miners have sent it out. You can get some if you want some, just not a lot of it. And that's why it's going up. There's not a lot of Solana. You see the H bar had 500 or 50 billion coins. Look at Solana right now has a max supply, but the total supply or the circulating supply right now is 447 million Sol. Right now, the max supply theory comes from their node structure. The only people creating new Solana are block reward grabbers, so nodes. Like if you have a node, you're making new Solana, you sell it on the DEX, people buy it, and so on. So yeah, we don't know how big their supply will get, but their economics is all based on the theory that the nodes will hodl. They will restake and hodl to continue to hash transactions, creating Solana to be a real world, asset. Solana will become a real world asset. And that's great for Solana because if it becomes real world, that means people will hodl it. They won't sell it. Then I think that's the future of crypto, is to make something that's going to be a real world asset that people don't want to sell, that they keep on them. People don't just get dollars and go out and spend them. They fucking hold them bitches. So like, how do you replicate that in that integrity into cryptocurrency? And I think the real world asset argument is probably the best one to, make people feel juicy about what they're getting into. Because it's like, wow, you could really store something in Solana of value because people don't want to sell it. And I think that's the shaky part of Solana right now. I think people still want to sell this shit. And just being a Xenian that's hip to like DXN. Like DXN is exposing this gambling theory that I see on a broader scale in the overall market. I think it's a virus, bro. It's a fucking virus. It's more of a virus than Zen. Because what it is it's greed. And you feel like instead of rooting for the team, you go against the grain. And it takes forever for your shit to go up. So like DXN right now has a lot of people still against the grain, and it's trying to find its culture. Hopefully it finds it soon. Damn, this shit is flies. But like yeah, what I'm trying to get at is the unpredictable community is really bad for price, but a predictable community is solid, and that's what Zen is building right now. It's building a predictable community. Like we get mints, you can kind of predict what's gonna happen. Nothing is really unpredictable. The only thing unpredictable in Zen is price go up. How fast is it gonna go up? When is it gonna go up? How does it what triggers it to go up? Like that's where we are now in Zen. So it's actually a little bit more of a stable investment than the Solana coin, even for like a VC. And that's how we got to this conversation, because we're in the validator group talking about how Solana and X1 chain are going to be side by side. And Solana has majority of its floor with VC and funded money. Hedera is the same. It's mostly VC funds at the bottom. Polygon's the same. BNB has grown over time, and so has Tron. But every single thing on here, there's nothing here that actually doesn't have the growth of that theory of like VCs injected money. Now, I think this is the advantage for the Zen community, that we don't have VC injected money and we were able to obtain these TPS with no VC money. So now the VCs have to buy it. Right. And if you're a Zenian who's dedicated time and energy to developing these TPS because of your using your participation in the network to expose the flaws of the crypto industry, I mean, yeah, we should be proud that the VCs have to buy this shit from us. Right. I've got all the coins. Now they got to come get them. And Jack had said this previously. And it's something that intrigues me a lot, because I think this is how the tech boom started. Well, one day I hope to have like a really good unraveling of history with this dude to see what it was like being in your 20s at the height of the internet in Silicon Valley, where they were just throwing money at anything that would fucking make money. And he landed the Google job, right? He's like, yeah, I met Elon in my 20s. right? I think Jack Levin like just turned 50 or something. So he's living in a whole different, energy. Especially for me, that's 20 years older than me. So he's in a whole different energy. And for me, as like a historian, like a researcher of this craft right now, yeah, I'm proud to be able to say I helped participate in creating this TPS that you could not get from VC funding. To keep it real, the internet is for the people, and the people will discover what they want. It's not gonna be handed to us, bro. Like, them VCs tried as hard as they could, but we just crushed Hedera, and we have community. We just crushed Solana, and we have community. Like, all of those projects started with TPS and then said, all right, cool, let's go show the world. You feel me? It didn't come from a culture of crypto people that were saying, like, I think there's a better version of what's out there. That's all X1 is. I think there's a better version of what's out there, and I think all of us can build it. It just so happened to be we had Jack Levin to be like the fucking auditor, to be like, nah, we can tweak this, we could do this, we can add some of this stuff. Like, we could add proof of work to keep it even more secure, because look at how proof of stake coins have just gone to zero, because the value is locked in the stake coin and not, or the security is locked in the value of the stake coin. It's not its own variable of value of security, right? Tokenomics wise, like this, there's no other system like this, bro. So it's amazing. And yeah, there's no other system in the ether right now that has done 12 different EVMs to expose why TPS is slow on EVM. Like, why, you use a Binance chain, a Polygon, a Base, why they feel good, but they're not icy. I'm actually surprised to not see Avalanche up here more. That's kind of crazy. They slowed down a little bit then. They've slowed down. Yo, what up, Savon? The FUD fighters. What up, Luca? Oh, CB is Coinbase. I think Coinbase, I don't know if they'll hold XNM, but I think Coinbase will hold Zen. And I also think Coinbase should hold all the Zens. Like, that's like my hyphy concept of Coinbase. It's not Coinbase has one Zen coin. They have all of them. And then we introduce people to Moonbeam, Eve Moss, like they shitted on us, but now their coin is on Coinbase, right? Same with like XEN. Like, Postchain couldn't get to Coinbase, but XEN might end up on Coinbase because it follows in the footsteps of Zen, and it'll be continuously related to with the purity of Zen. And that's why, again, if anybody wanted to bring up their chain as well, they would want to promote it like Polygon. Like, Polygon would want to promote MZen. They'd want to have partnerships with Fair Crypto Foundation to expose this new life on their chain. Damn, look at Polygon or XEN. XEN is wicked. Here, let's go to the daily. Yeah, all the subchains are catching up to ETH right now. So here, I'll show you real fast. So on Ethereum, we're having a pullback based on traders. So traders are trading back and forth to Zen, and there's not a lot of miners or minters bringing their Zen into the market, which would help with the sell off. That's why, again, you can look at this and see that it's pinching, squeezing more than it is pulling back to sell off, right? This is a squeeze. And squeezing again. These things are crazy. We saw that back here before this last pop off right here. So the same thing happened. It squeezed. It kept squeezing, but it pops. So, is it doing that again on a larger scale? That's kind of where I'm at with it. I think it's doing that on a larger, like, recoil. Like, it's going to it fucking explode with all the stuff that's going on in the universe. So right now, like even right now, this is a dip technically. Maybe you can wait for 31. That's what I was thinking about. Like if you're really trying to buy some Zen right now, wait on Ethereum, wait for it to go to like 6031. That's where the 200 is. So that'd be a good test area. And then maybe we fall back into these 6029 range. But there's a lot of buy pressure down there. And you can see here on the RSI, this tiny move to get us back below this downtrend, which is built from the moving average. So everybody's looking at the same shit, which is hilarious. I built this downtrend off of this moving average, right? And I built it because I was looking at a Fibonacci that I made from this moving average to this resistance area of 5 zeros and a 10. So everyone's looking at the same fucking Fibonacci right now. It's so funny to me. I'm like, yo, this thing is moving in such a pattern that when everything is synchronized, it's going to fucking explode. Right? So yeah, looking at the daily on XEN, you can see the squeezes happening on the daily, but on the 4 hour, it's inside of it. So I would love to see it break down some more, but we don't know if it's going to do that. It could just, explode. But like you look at like an XEN, and what I keep seeing on XEN is all of these coins are underneath the 200. Like they're like this is the daily. So this is starting to make that like U. And it just needs a little bit more time, maybe. But really, the time is based on Zen, because people just haven't realized yet that like not everybody can go to buy MZen. Like if you don't have your MZen right now, like if you don't have your 100 billion, 200 billion, your 1 trillion MZen right now, like you're gonna go and try to get it when it's a bank run. Like you're gonna be paying high dollar for that shit. So. Right, you should have it now. If not now, then when is when I would ask you. When? Look at CB Zen. Or here, let's look at Binance Zen. We'll go in order. We'll go from Polygon to Binance. I love the FUD. FUD it up, bruv. Yeah, so you see here on the daily, this one too, underneath that 200, but squeezing for life. Binance, BNB. This is a good one too, because there's a hack for the miners of Binance. So there might always be liquid here, and there might always be liquidity. Like the one Gwei thing. Again, I don't have a lot of Binance, so I'm kind of biased on this one. But I feel like if you do have Binance coins, this must be a win, because you get the one Gwei, and then you get all the Xenians coming from other planets to buy your shit for X1 burn. So you might as well just keep minting and turning your BNB into BZen. But yeah, this is doing the same thing. Like it's ready to go up. Let's look at AZen. Avalanche. Well, it's a sad chart, but it's actually oversold right now on the RSI. I don't have any moving averages here. Let's add that stuff. It's my faves. 1, 2, 3. Moving averages, lines that match day patterns. So of course I like 200-day patterns. I like green bars. All right, now I'm gonna do red bar for this one. I'm gonna do 72. I like 72-day patterns. That's 2 months and 2 weeks. You gotta love that. Everybody wants you to look at 90-day patterns. Nah, fuck that. Catch them when they're sleeping. They're looking at 90 days. You're looking at 72. Catch them when they sleeping. They ain't ready. I don't think they're ready. And I like 8. I know it shows up as 9, but I like doing 8. That's a week and a day. So what we see here on the Avalanche chart, as soon as I put the moving averages, is that again Avalanche is falling far away from the 200, and it's oversold on the RSI. So technically AZen is a buy. Like it could take over Avalanche, but I don't. That's the Avalanche taught me a lot. It taught me that there's some chains that won't budge because they're just in their ways, and yeah, it's on a community champion to get them to budge. I don't want to fucking do it. Someone else do it. Let's look at Phantom. XEN will fly with the auction. It's the second most highest cost to make. Yeah, see, XEN should fly. It needs Avalanche people to buy it, though. That's the problem. It's going to burn, and then we need, like, to figure out how do we get people from Avalanche to give up their Avalanche, because they just don't want to do it because there's not a lot of coins. So it's just it's like the most expensive to make, but it's like we would have to take over the chain. I don't know. It's a weird one. I just can't champion it. Maybe somebody else can figure it out. The Xenians will come. Yeah, the Xenians. That's what it would be. It'd be like, yo, if we could bring wealth from other chains to Avalanche, man, that's a diamond Zen. Like, for sure, diamond Zen. So that's why I'm still mining over there. And then, you know, I'm keeping it. I got DB Zen over there. I'm just, you know, I'm just participating. Waiting for everyone else to show up. Damn, I don't have any indicators on Phantom either. I think all my indicators got smashed out. They must have. Like, cause what the heck? Cause what the heck? We'll do this again. Set up the environment. Set up the coding environment. Look at some charts. Bumping some tunes. Puff code to the right hand side. All right. I don't think you're ready for this challenge. That's what this should make me think of. So we're about to see all the spicy gelatin. So yeah, same vibes happening over here too on Phantom. On my RSI too, I like to spruce this one up. I like to just give it a yellow look with a thicker bar. No homo. No diddy, as they say, as the children say. Yeah, Phantom's looking fucking great. Holy shit. Look at that, dude. Why wouldn't you want it? Yeah, Phantom's set up to do something stupid. And this one's super duper cheap. And it has the most supply out of all of them. And it's harder to make it right now. It's so hard to make Phantom because the token's starting to go up. So most of this Zen was created with cheap Phantom, and now it's just sitting there waiting for you. It's literally just sitting there. Moonbeam. I bet if I put the stuff on here, it's just gonna look the same. Everything's gonna look the same. I think it's because we're being like 200 represents 200 days, and what's crazy about the 200, the reason why a lot of traders like it in the traditional markets is because they've divided the year using that one. So a lot of traders use the 200 as like a yearly confirmation. So like they'll be like, oh, we're gonna get up over the 200 and we're gonna fucking go to the moon, and like they come to that sentiment because of how much respect the 200 has in the trading world due to it almost being a year, right? It's half a year and 20 days, and that extra 20 days is enough for speculation to be way too aggressive. It's like the speculation on those 20 extra days is fucking nuts. And yeah, that's why I believe in that 200 theory. Like, yeah, when things fall under that 200, because it's turned into a resistance, when it gets above it, man, does it fucking go crazy. And that's all Zen hasn't done on the daily. We've on all of the other Zens, none of them have actually had the opportunity. The 200 day on this one shows up at May 6th. Also, yeah, a little bit, you know, a little bit over a year ago. So that's what I'm saying. We're right here, right now. Right here, right now. Damn, that was a fact. The bar I just spit was when I learned how to do the 200. So like, let's see where the 200 shows up on the daily here. Because Moonbeam and XEN came out at the same time. Well, I guess Moonbeam came out a little bit later. Wow. And I guess this one, maybe the 200 showed up months earlier because all the volume was here. This is something I would like to study. I guess I would need to figure that part out. Why on Moonbeam did it show up in May, but on here it showed up in 22? Here, let's look at Matic Zen. Because Matic came out with real Zen, I think like a week later. Yeah, it must just be trading. Because on Matic, it's the same thing. The 200 showed up in April. So, right, just the same time when everybody else did. XEN might be a little floppy because it's changed pools. So its 200 is showing up. Oh, it's not the same. Or it came a little earlier, or like more this year. Because this in the middle of last year, Avalanche was introduced on Uniswap, and a lot of people moved their Avalanche to Uniswap because it's just like, you know, no one was on Trader Joe's. So this is a little bit of a newer chart, and that's why moving averages can play different stories based on how old the chart is. So 9 months. Same goes for like CBZen and shit like that. But that's why I'm bullish on CBZen. It's doing it faster because everyone's got their eyes on it. So the 200 just showed up back in March on the oh, never mind, it's not here. It's like that's the 72. This still has some days. Yeah, it's 7 months. Young buck. I don't think this has been out for this hasn't really even been out for 200 days yet. Lols. About to make me buy more Zen. Yeah, I don't understand any Zen people. All chains all correlate with the burn ratio. Yeah, well, P.o.P really made me realize I want to have a bag on all chains. I hear that. Yeah, well, cause like you really do want to have a bag on all chains for the gains. So like if you're trying to get the gains in Zen, bro, like you should have at least 100 billion on every chain. That's like $300 right now, I think, to get like 100 billion. It might even be cheaper. Let's see, like on Phantom right now. Let's see, 3, or let's say 100. So we'll do. Oh wow, on Phantom 100 billion is only $23. That ain't shit. But that's what I mean. Like all you're gonna need is 100 billion because all the Zens are running the same course. So no one's even talking about that part, about how every single Zen has the same amount. Like you're mining the same amount on MZen. There's a little bit more because the global rank is higher. So there's a little bit more on these side chains, but majority of them are minting the same amount of Zen. Like the same amount, like 4 billion, 3 billion per Zentarion, like per max mint type vibe. So you're not really getting an advantage on the idea of supply. You can grab it as super duper cheap before people realize that there's no Zen around the whole network, because there's not enough Zen for the whole critical mass. So you didn't hear it here, but you heard it. Yeah, see on Avalanche right now, you want 100 billion, you're looking at $300. So $300 gets you 100 billion on Avalanche. That's awesome. That's waiting for you. That's waiting for someone to buy, and that would move. The price would go dumb if someone just came in and was like, "I'm getting 100 billion." Well, not to go dumb, but like it would be like, "Whoa!" Like you bumped it up a little bit. Shit, you want 100 billion right now on OPs in. 2.8 thousand. Got him. 2,800. So somebody's over here buying right now. Yeah, I mean, I've been buying as well. I need to stake my OPs in. I just don't know if I'm done buying yet. I didn't get 10 billion. I got to get at least 10 billion, which is like $281. Yeah, let me see. Wait, do I have 10 billion? Let's look at it. We'll look at it in a second. But yeah, you want at least 10 billion or 100 billion. You get 100 billion, you should be pretty good. Right now, you can get 100 billion on CBZen for nothing. Yeah, $85 for 100 billion. And this is connected to Ethereum. So this is even wackier because you get ETH for the CBZen. And CBZen is in supply shock already. Look at minting is going down again on or the liquid supply is going down on Zen right now. That's kind of wacky. I've been noticing that on ETH side, and the miners have fallen off hard. It's like everybody got their mints in at 7 Gwei and they were like, all right, I'm good. So now no one's minting at like 14. It's crazy. Everyone's learned and is more strategic. You know, that last batch that just was created, that might be the last batch of Zen made, bro. Like if you just got some Zen in at 7 Gwei, a part of me feels like that might be the cheapest, like that might be the only Zen created. Because if someone makes it higher than what we made it at, they might not even think about claiming it because it costs so much to create it. So congratulations to the miners. What up, Lita? What it do? What it is? 400 down at the bottom. But yeah, so look at CBZen right now. I don't understand why people aren't buying CBZen. Like, it's the long-term play, and it's the fair launch meme on base right now. Staking on CBZen is getting ready to surpass the liquid staked together. So it's like more CBZen is actually going to be staked, and we're going to know it. Like right now, it's like right there at the crust, like crusting. It's crusting right now. But one more person buy a bulk of this and stake it, and then this is gonna go up past it. And we know Zen is like that right now. There's not one Zen network that has more staked Zen than liquid Zen. I mean, granted, you can see it obviously, but like where it's like 100%, like yeah, everything is staked. Like the network owns all of the Zen. Like all of the new created Zen, it's like working on both sides. Like there's gonna be minted Zen and staked Zen. There's no other chain like that right now. Maybe OP Zen. Let's look at Optimism Zen. I'm about to spend $23. Yo, you should, bro. What can you get right now? If I was you, but if I was really you, I would get CBZen. This is the easiest one. Like this is the in your face play right now. Like it is in your face. Let's look at the sellers. And I think base the gas fees were off the roof, out of this world this morning. If you were around, yeah, they've calmed down now. But earlier the base fees were in the twos. It said 2 Gwei. I don't know what was going on over there, but that goes back to what I was saying about base. It's going to be a good gas play because they want users, and you can't have users without having congestion. It's just not possible. Unless you rebuild Ethereum like X1 chain, you're going to always have congestion. So, yeah, this was off the charts earlier, but now it looks like it's pretty back to normal, which is good for them. Good for them, you know. But I want people to stop minting and mining. But yeah, so we'll see that over here. So you see mining is slowing down on Optimism because we're getting closer to the end of the AMP. And Optimism also hasn't had that experience where the staking has gone beyond. So let's go ahead and stake our Optimisms in so I can help the network. Making my way downtown, going back to stake all of that. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Oh man, I'm not. Oh man, do I really have to use? Yes, I do. MetaMask. Fuck MetaMask. I don't have my device by me though. This is the only whack part about signing into Rainbow. Like if you don't have your phone next to you, you can't sign in. And for that, that's kind of whack. But I mean, I guess I could get up off my ass and get it, but I'll just use MetaMask. Making my way downtown. Shit live? Is this shit live? Oh, okay. All right. I need 3 billion Zen to get 10 billion. So let me go get 3 billion real fast. Let me get 3 billy, please. Man, this thing is telling me to shut shit down. It's like, dude, why do you have all of these tabs open? I'm like, I don't know. I think this is connected to my Rainbow wallet too. Everything's so far away from me. We gotta sign out. Man, this thing thinks I'm fucking rich. Where's the cheddar coming from? Jesus. Where is that? Disconnect. Jeez. Man, this shit is so clunks. Hate it. Clunk alert. 1, 2, 3 million. 1, 2, 3,000. 1, 2, 3 billion. Damn, 3 billion is $87. What the fuck? Bro, OPSen's expensive, man. Y'all are tripping. Whatever though. I need it. I'm getting an OPSen right now before everybody else gets in. This bottom is at the bottom. Like, look at this shit. $83 or $87, man. Oh my God. Thank goodness the gas fee is only 5 cents. Hey, you could tell I don't be on optimism. This is my fucking 16th ounce. I don't be over here. Man, there needs to be some sort of digital badge for people with 1,000 ounces. Like, that has to be hard to get in Ethereum now. Like in general, just like 1,000 transactions in crypto. Like, you must been here for a minute. Shoutouts Dank with the 5 and the P. Stay zen. Factors. Stay zen, y'all. Don't cave in. Stay zen. That's what we saying around here. Don't cave in. Stay zen. It says it was submitted, but did it happen? This shit pending? Gosh, it failed. Why did it fail? Canceled. What the halibut? Oh, somebody's buying OD right now. They pumping the price. All right, I guess I can't go against them. They fucked up my trade. Damn, they pumping this shit. Who's doing this? Are you watching this stream right now, man? You know I just want to get 3 billion. Like, isn't it crazy? It's just 3 billion, but it's not no more. It's not just 3 billion anymore. This is the monopoly part of Zen World, where you have a whole bunch of it, and then out of nowhere, what you had is not what it is. This happened to me when I had 5 million hex coins, and I sold them all for 12x. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm the shit. 12x in the hex. Nah, man, you fucking dummy. So I've been learning about the monopoly concept of hyperinflation in your human behavior. But yeah, that's why I'm getting super surprised now. I'm like, yo, 3 billion is $87 on Optimism. Like 100 billion is like $80 on CBZN, bro. Like, do you not see what's going on here and why you want to go and scoop a bunch of Zen on all the other chains before 3 billion is $87? Like, these are nothing numbers, yo. Like, our ecosystem has, these are nothing numbers. Mad zeros, brev. German is janky. I hope everyone is excited. Had an exciting 420. My 420 is every single day. I strive to get high just to do my dishes. Yes. I'm waiting to claim my trillion OPs in during the summer. Hey, what you gonna do with it, Goonin? What, you gonna dump on our heads? You gonna dump on our heads, Goonin? Is that what you're telling me? You telling me I shouldn't do this? You're gonna dump on my head. I'm not ready. I'm not ready at all. I just want to see what's gonna happen next. Even myself, I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I doing buying OPs in? Like, I guess I'm just gonna be like in July with Zen. It's just like, all right, for sure, we in this bitch, you know. So I can create a free 269 or 265, right? So it's 79 days. Nice. But I want that 10 billion, man. Yeah, I need to get that extra 3 bill, but I can't do it while people are pumping the price. I need some sellers. I need some sellers to enter the chat, please. Please, can some sellers enter the chat? There we go. There we go, CBB. There we go, CBB. Tell that person to settle down. Motherfucker says settle down. Oh, this person's been chopping this shit up. They've been chopping this up. Yeah, this is the bottom though. Like, so like if you're trying to get into OPs in and you're not buying right here, why in the fuck would you wait for it to move? Like, you're tripping at that point. Look at the RSI. Like, yeah, if you're actually trying to get into something in the Zen world, you probably want to get into this one. Like, it's not going to take much to move it at all. Like, if $50,000 entered the chat right now, this thing would fucking explode. Like, that's what hasn't entered the chat yet. Let's look at the cells. That would be foolish to dump a trilly. He would wreck himself with that slippage. Hey, we don't know, bro. We don't know. He said you're gonna get some moon rocks. Nah, I'm just kidding. I know what that is. You fucking stoner. You're stoner. You're stoner, bro. I'm still getting Matic from DBZN. Hey, facts. Yo, that's why it's actually really nuts right now in the Zen world. Everybody's partying in their own little planet. That's what I'm calling it, right? It's a little planet, you know. And you could use different strategies if you're on a planet that has bridges. Like, if you're on a planet that does not have a good bridge, don't be mad. It's hard to leave, and you got to drive the spaceship. You know what I'm saying? Some of these are automatic bridges, bro. They're automatic. It's like the tube at the bank for a drive-through car. You feel me? It's like, foo, foo, you feel me? So pick wisely. And that's why, again, I have hope in those big threes. You know what I'm saying? The big three is outside of Ethereum. The big three is always going to be Polygon, Matic, and Pulse Chain. Unfortunately, it is not Avalanche, it is not OPZen, it is not Base, and everything else. OPZen and Base are layer 2s, and they serve a different purpose, which is subsidize Zen for the ETH community. So if you are in Zen ETH and you want to save because you got Ethereum, definitely go to Optimism, go to Coinbase or Base Chain, use your ETH in those environments and save on mining and creating a lot of Zen. But if you see Zen for what it really is, it's a gas token for layer ones. So those layer ones are the ones I think that are trading the highest. And we always see Pulse Chain up here with the PZen. We always see Matic, and we always see Binance Chain. I don't know why the fuck it's that way, but it's that way. That's just the way. I don't know why, man. Especially the Pulse Chain one. It confuses me every single day, but it's got a strong community. And there's nothing that is going to stop them from fucking zenning it the fuck out with their favorite Pulse Chain coin, you know? Or their favorite crypto, which is Pulse Chain. You know, and the same thing goes for Polygon and BNB. I believe they have the really good crypto camps and intelligent crypto users that know how to use their natives. So I ain't mad at them. But yeah, those are the best ones to jump into if you're really looking for a solid Zen in a sub network. But if you're looking to gamble a little bit, that's why you want to get into these ones that are below the big three. Phantom, Avalanche, Optimism, CB Zen. I mean, you know, you might be telling me I'm fucking crazy for thinking those are the big three, but that's just what it is. And yeah, that's why the opportunity is where you can't believe it. Like, I still cannot believe the opportunity in CB Zen right now. I'm like, dude, this is the wildest opportunity. Like, it's so easy. All you have to do is buy it. Pause. Oh man, not Schruler's chain. In here, Germany, you are paying taxes for the difference of your costs on mining and claiming, and the worth of Zen when you claim it. Imagine if you max mint at 7 Gwei and claim at 8 Gwei for $2,000. Dollars in Zen worth 50,000, and you pay around 46% in tax in Germany. This is crazy. Hey, Dioshland, stop shouting at bruh. Yo, that's how he writes, bro. Dioshland's keyboard is broken. It's stuck on cap lock. His plan, half of the game for Zenians is to help Dioshland get a new keyboard so we can get him off cap lock. But dog, that sucks. Y'all paying hella taxes over there. But I mean, what I would say for the tax things, I said this earlier in the XENblocks world, is we haven't really gotten to that in Zen because there's so many parameters that make it like it's growing plants. It's very real in its sense of creation. And I think that needs to be identified before we start to apply real like TradFi taxes on top of Zen. Because Zen it's nurtured into existence. It's not like purchased. Like, you don't buy Zen, you nurture it. It's a Tamagotchi. This shit is different. So I am curious to see what our future holds in that discussion of political governance around the planet. Right, that's where I think we're going with Zen. I was saying that earlier in my relationship statement when I was going on about the real world assets, the colored coins from the Bitcoin world, you know, the lineage of this colored idea, and why again Zen fits the best in the real world conversation, because it actually has real user bases in 12 different EVMs. It has VMPX, it has Bitcoiners, you know what I'm saying? It has now X1 chain, it has its own community. So it has these world elements that I think as a global society, we all have to have some say in this new experience, because this is not like Bitcoin, right? This is 100% different, but the same. And that's why it's better than Bitcoin, because it's 100% different, but it's the same shit. So it's a commodity. It's not a security. But yeah, how do you tax something that you can create from thin air? You didn't know how much you were going to get. I mean, you knew it was an estimate, but there was no solid number, you know? So it's kind of weird. It's a weird one. Fuck taxes. Fuck them. Hey, now, you know what's really fucked up? This stupid ass fucking ticket. I bet this ticket says that I got caught running a red light, and I bet it's like, let's see, is it 36? Oh no, they really got my ass. Okay. Damn. I need to slow the fuck down. Gotcha, bitch. I'll pay that bitch. Fuck him. Fuck taxes. Can't even drive in the city, man. That's all good. Yo, what up, kid? What up, Olga? So Zen on each EVM is the way to bridge into X1. Yeah. So essentially, every Zen is a rail. That's kind of how you can perceive it. It's a payment rail into X1 chain. The reason why I say payment is because you can burn your Zen at any sorts of portals. These these plasma portals that you'll find in the in cyberspace. There's some called DBZen. We have Phoenix. Soon there will be an ongoing burn that you can find in the Zen world as well. So you'll see XeNFTs. You'll see burning. That says coming soon. So this is where the auction will take place. And when you burn here, you can burn all the time as much as you want. And basically every time there's a full moon, all of the Zen burned up into that moon, you will receive an XN airdrop from the auction allocation. So there will always be a burn where you can get a tinier block reward. Now that one, I don't know the parameter sets of how that is, but again, if you're burning on like a DBZen or Phoenix, or if you're making Apex XenFTs, so like if you're making these, this is going to give you instant XN every time you burn Zen. Now that's going to be a little bit different than the auction, right? The auction is where the 300 million XN will be, right? And there's 100 or there's a billion XN, right? So that's what I'm saying, yo, it's going to be hard as fuck to get this coin. The monopoly money might have thrown a big wrench into it where people perceive they're going to be able to get a lot of it, but the burn is going to have to be high. Like you're going to be burning billions of Zen to get single digit XN. And that's why, again, the game, I honestly believe at this current moment, is to scoop as much as you can on all networks so that you can have a position to be able to actually make whole XN coins, like whole block rewards. You have enough Zen to do it. And once you do it once, that's why it's crazy. It's like, yo, once everybody burns all their Zen for XN to be like, I got one. Now like Zen is like super rare because everybody burned it all to get single digit XN. Like that to me is like, well, I'm like, yo, this system is going to fuck minds up. They're not like actually ready for what's going to happen. Because again, it's going to be a daisy, or it's going to be a chain reaction where yes, ETH Zen goes, and then yes, maybe Polygon, BNB, post chain, you know, Optimism, CB Zen go. And then you have these other ones that no one knows about, right? The Phantom, the Moonbeam, the one that no one talks about, the Eve Moss, right? And these chains hate Zen because when all that Zen is burned, the system state is still stuck over there. You know, maybe Jack should have built that in. Maybe when you burn Zen, it should have deleted it from the system state. But I don't really know if that's the case. We'll find out when we get there. But fuck them. Fuck them for being sad and not wanting to upgrade their network. But yet, it would be an idea to start scooping the lowest price Zen right now. That's where people, this is the forgotten Zen. Ain't nobody thinking about this shit over here. Ain't no one thinking about this. Don't nobody give a fuck about Phantom. Yet we forked it, and no one gives a fuck. $23 for 100 billion Zen. Dude, that means over here 100 billion is $2. Yeah, $3.54. Disgusting. Dude, yo, if you go to Eve Moss right now and buy some Eve Moss, you are fucking, this is the Philippines of of the Zen network, bro. Man, yeah, you go over here with some fucking with some perception. Yo. $3 for 100 billion. I'm telling you. It might cost nothing to make it, but to burn it to XN to get those whole number tokens, you know, you might need 25 trillion. You might need 25 trillion to make 5 XN. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if it's like that, but who's to know, you know? Because XN, you don't need a whole number XN to be successful. You'll be able to use it in fractions. Like XN coin will be spent in fractions for transactions on the network. So theoretically, a new user ramping in from a Zen coin does not need a whole XN to be successful. That would essentially make it so that you would need to burn the fuck out of Zen in order to create a security flaw in the overall picture. Again, you have people mining XNM, right? The Zen blockers have the value. It's not the Zenians. Even though the Zen blockers are Zenians, we're not different. Right? This is NDB Zen. We fucking love the Zen network. That's our network as well. we have that and blocks. It's fucking cool to be, and especially if you're in both sides, you must be having a hell of a time, because I know I am. And again, I do assume majority of the XN will be in the hands of validators and miners. I actually do not think it will be in the hands of Zenians. Unless you are a power player, you're minting your ass off. You could do it right now. If you max mint right now and again, start the cycle at the lowest point and you're the only person, you get to rule the network for that tiny bit. Why wouldn't you want to do it? You saw E.T. E.T. was having hella fun ruling the network for a little bit. Then he changed, became something. I haven't heard of that guy in a long time. Came and went, but was ruling it for a second, you know? So, you know, again, Zen is a public bathroom. Anybody can come up in here and you know, fuck this shit up, you know? But it's just how long can you maintain the difficulty before you're priced out by nature? That's why, to answer that question again, all Zens are made so you can rail into X1 chain, but it's up to you how you decide your journey. And yeah, it goes down and further and further from there. So I don't know, pick your favorite fucking chain, man. Motherfucker said Eve Moss is the Philippines of burning Zen. Yo, tell me it's not. Yo, I'm even like, I need to go to Eve Moss. What am I doing? Why am I looking at this? I'm gonna be so mad that I'm the one that talked about it and I don't have any. At the lowest it's gonna be, because it's gonna run into time. So you might as well buy all the time right now instead of waiting 500 days. Like, I don't give a fuck about that coin. I just care about the idea that I could buy up all of the supply and outburn the network for a low price of $1,000. For the lowest price. What up, Rolando? Don't fake coin tools. I mean, see, that's the only reason that Coin Tools is gonna live, is because Coin Tools Coin Tools is 100% about supply and demand. But as a user, I would say it's not the best user concept. Coin Tools is Costco, right? So if you're just like a single fan, if you're just a couple of two going to Costco, you know, you just came out of a family of 8, right? Your perception of Costco might be a little different than it is for a couple for 2. And that's kind of like my Coin Tools perception of the user. There's probably users using Coin Tools that don't need to use it because it's actually not in the best interest of their future if they learn how the system works. But if you do want to become a supply and demand user in the Zen world and or XN world, then yeah, you would want to use a vanilla based mining contract to bypass extra logic for transfers of VMUs. And that's all it is. XeNFTs provide a tiny bit more logic so I can transfer it to someone else or to another wallet. But when you do a vanilla mint, this is a smart contract, and this smart contract is locked until 79 days. So that's my only 2 cents on the coin toolers. It's an advanced tool, but if you just coin tool, you're just Costco. Like don't be surprised, like, you know, like to miss a deal or something like that on a different chain, or with the XenFT. Like the XenFTs will host deals. Like people will give deals for XenFT people, and you'll it's like, I don't think you'll ever see a deal for coin tools because it's not designed that way. It's just not designed that way. So just be worried, bro. Be worried. I think you love Richard Hart. Who loves Richard Hart? Who loves it? I can use my status to give you a timeout. What you think about that? Yo, Diochlin has the fucking hammer. Holy shit. If Eve's Moss runs, I will vomit in honor. In horror. My bad. Not in honor. I would vomit in honor and in horror. How about that? But yeah, no, Eve Moss is gonna run away from us. We're all gonna be the losers because they have a team over there, man. And that's why I just don't understand why the overall network hated on them if they have validators that wanted Zen to be there. They reached out to Jack Levin. That's why this is living a life, because it doesn't have any disruption from FUD. It just has no price because it costs no money to make this in. Like literally it's $0 to like make it. Yeah, I think like a max mint there is like $0. Coin Tools batch mint is trash. Yeah, I mean it's not really it's that's what I mean. Coin Tools is a vibe for those that want to be coin toolers. But personally, I don't think it's the way to get the best out of Zen. I think it's a way to stay very limited in the versatility. Or my bad. Versatility is the wrong word. We're using the word dynamic in this future. Yeah, you want to be very dynamic with your crypto holdings, because the more dynamic capabilities it has, the more you'll be able to reap benefits from. Is it 128? How many VMUs are on Eve Moss? How many? Who's minting over there? If you're minting on Eve Moss, I need to know how many VMUs are over here, because I do not know. But right now it's 554 days. So right now a max mint over there is 3.2 billion, and it costs 5 cents to make it as a XenFT. It's actually cheaper to make it as a XenFT. And like, who's to say? One time Jack had talked about this with kindness. He was saying that like, if if you think very digital about Zen and how it's created, right? Its cost of production is almost like digital land, like digital territories. So like in the real world, if I buy goods from China, they should be cheaper than if I buy them from America. Or if I buy, leather from Italy, it should be more expensive than me buying leather from, the middle of the Middle East. Like if I'm buying leather from India, like that should be more affordable. That territorial perception of cost of creation is entered a digital environment called Zen Network. All of these coins promote that. These brands is a digital environment to create Zen, and the cost of production, it just so happens to be cheaper because of the way the chain is designed. And if you decide to go and spend $1,000 on Eve Moss to create Zen instead of spending it on Ethereum, your perception is you're gonna get more Zen for your buck. And that's what should happen. You should get more Zen for your buck. Like, and it's up to the network to, digest this. And the question would then be, even though we respect EVMOS for its zero gas to create on X1 chain, that doesn't mean on EVMOS they're not going to pump the fuck out of the coin. It just breaks the matrix if it really happens. This would be the one, though. EVMOS would be the one because it's the only one that doesn't cost any money, yet it has a stable price. Like, you're still like EVMOS is proof that Zen works. It's 11 cents for a max mint, and it costs 5 cents to make it. Now, damn well, it does cost you 554 days to get there, but that's just part of the tokenomics, the dynamic of the tokenomics, Damn, I'm shilling the fuck out of EVMOS right now. Don't go mine over there. I don't know what the hell is going on in that bitch. I don't even know if these VMU count is right. Who is anyone mining over there for the VMU count? What up, more crypto? Wins in on Sol. I don't know. They haven't set a release date because we're getting closer and closer to X1 chain. But hopefully soon. I mean, we're just gonna murder that shit anyways. RIP. Rolando says XN has a lot less supply, so IDK, I'm personally not buying any Zen. Yeah, Zen has way less. I mean, XN's gonna have less supply than Zen, so most people will probably gravitate to buying XN. Zen should just rise in price because it's being burned and there's a market for the ownership of said Zen. Like, people want to own Zen now, so you can make it and sell it because there's going to be people down there to own it, to slowly burn it into X1 chain. That's what I think we'll have. Zen then becomes emissions, where whatever chain you're on, if you're a top holder, you essentially have the emissions of that chain. Like, if I'm on Pulse chain and I'm in the top 10 in Zen holdings, I dictate the Zen. I am the vote concept is me. Like, I'm in the top 10, Same with like Coinbase, EVMOS, whatever your favorite chain is. That's why I keep saying favorite chain. Like, whatever your favorite chain is that you have the most native in, you want to be the heaviest in Zen on that chain so that you control and dictate the DAO. If you believe in DAOs, I think Zen is a DAO by itself. You don't need to make new DAOs. It's just, it also shows you how much people care about the chain they're on. If someone doesn't really care about the chain, then they won't be heavy in Zen, because Zen it benefits the chain. So if you're a heavy hitter on the chain, you will want a lot of Zen, right? That's why I'm like, oh, let me go get a bunch of base Zen now, because I want to be a heavy hitter on that motherfucker because it's ETH. So let me get into the top 100 now versus later, right? Same goes for whatever your favorite chain is. If it's Avalanche, Polygon, Binance Chain, Ethereum, you want to be in that top 100 to secure that land, bro. More Crypto says P-Zen or die. That's what I'm talking. Oh, what are you talking about? No, we're talking about emissions right now. What are the best chains to get the most Zen to burn for X1? Because that's going to be a mission for sure. Besides hodling, that's why we've built the hodl culture. Now it's like, where do I get the opportunity? And you want to keep your eye on the prize. CoinTools limits versatility of the ecosystem. Yeah. Wah, wah. I got a Zuni on EVMOS. What the hell? A Zuni? What that look like? On EVMOS? Everyone wants the Zen token. XeNFTs are cool, but once they claimed, it's just trash. Wrapper in your wallet. Nah, so you need a little lesson here, Ernest. What's crazy about the XeNFTs is you want to make valuable XeNFTs. You don't want to make XeNFTs that have no value. And that's why, again, collectors are just for batch minting. What you really want, if you find your favorite chain, is you want to get the apexes, because there's only 10,000 of those and they last for as long as they need to last. Here, I'll show you the ones I have, because I'm doing base right now. So on base, what I've done is I'm only minting that. Like, that is the strategy. Only mint exotics. Burns in and mint at the same time, so that you have the apex And then what it happens is we can do airdrops in the future to Apex holders, kind of like the runes on all chains. We were talking about it before because you can see it now. It looks really, really cool now because they're starting to sell out on other chains. So you'll see here, these Apexes, all the Zunis are sold out, and that's 13 chains, so that's 1,300 Zunicorns are available. There's only 1,300 Zunicorns. Like if you have a Zunicorn, you're one of 1,300 out of all the chains. Actually, I added, yeah, 13. There's 13. Well, no. There's no Solana yet. But when Solana comes about, that's what it would be. Like you could also get Zunicorns on Solana. So now you have the exotics, which each one, I believe, yeah, there's only 900 exotics on each chain. So this is another good one to get. 13 times 9. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. 9, 3, 27, 2, 9, 12, 11. So 117. So 11. So 1,300 here. And then 11,000 exotics. Yeah. 13. Damn it. I can't do the math right now because I should have thought about this before I started showing this shit. My mind is scrambled. But long story short, each chain has 10,000 of these. And then each category only has so many, right? So theoretically, you want to get all of these before you get anything else. But because we were living in this concept of you want to go to X1 chain, collectors dominated the theory of mining Zen. Does that make any sense? Like the original integrity of the XenFT was always to mine an Apex. People just didn't have the Zen to burn, or there wasn't, cheap Zen to buy to make the Apexes. And that's why we live in this environment now. And my theory is, oh yeah, all you make is an Apex if you can. Like if you can get 5 billion Zen because it's like fuck the world, go and make this shit. It's still as cheap as it can get. It's not gonna get no cheaper. Here, let's look at it right now. Where is my deck screener? So CB Zen, for instance, I had to stop because I've decided to start to optimism Zen. I should have kept going here. I was going hard over here for a second. But right now, let's see. This is 100 billion. So if I do 5 billion. Yeah, so it's $4 right now to get 5 billion CBs in and make a mint. So each one of these has like $4 on top of investment inside of it. Right? And if I just keep doing this forever and I keep stacking and like, see, the Zen's coming back to me. Right? Because as more people join, I should ROI on the Zen that I burned, and I have the rare one. So yeah, that's the game. But I can understand like why people don't want to play the XenFT game, because they want to make supply, and that's a valid reason to not make XenFTs, because you want to make supply. But yeah, collecting XenFTs, we doing that. Let's look at post chain. Oh, all the Zunis are gone there. I don't know why that one mysterious Zuni is there. Wow, almost all the exotics are gone on post chain. Damn, I should make one. There's only 5 left. Damn, I just said that out loud. Don't fucking make one. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I can't do it right now. But yeah, you want to get that exotic right now before that shit's gone. On Ethereum, no one makes exotics. There's 53 only made. Like, no one on Ethereum is making XenFTs right now. But what's crazy is that these are going to always be here. And if this is the cheapest Zen, then theoretically, these are the rarest XenFTs. Especially if no one's grabbing them. They'll just be, idolized on other chains and very rare on Ethereum. Very rare. Exotics are sold out on posts. Oh, okay. So it's just not updating then. Yeah, it says there was only 5 left. So your next move on Pulse would be legendaries. Those ones you only have to burn 2.5 billion. But yeah, I would go and scoop those. Everything I would make would be that shit. There's 2,000 of those. So there's enough to go around for everybody. Wait, what? I minted 1,000 CBs max mints, which cost me 8 cents back then. Fire. Yeah, a lot of people are on that one. That's why, like, yo, I wish I was making Zentarions and all that stuff, or these Apexes. I wish I was making them back then. But I'm a product of the beginning of CB Zen. I've done so many Zens that by the time CB Zen came out, I wasn't doing it. I had focused on ETH way too hard, so I missed out a little bit. If X1 were to come out next month, what would be the best Zen to hold to get the best X1 allocation? Well, the least amount of Zen that you need to hodl to get the most would be ETH Zen. Because you can have like 100 million ETH Zen and maybe finesse. But like everywhere else, you're going to need billions of Zen. Like billions of Zen. Like billions. That's why I'm like, yo, I'm glad I got my 100 billion. And now I'm just stacking. And I'll like continue to rotate this and continue to get this stake. So this one you see 30 days with the 18%. With the 143 billion CB Zen, it grossed 2 billion Zen. So theoretically, if this keeps going well, and when I add this other stuff too, because that's why I haven't burned this yet. I'm like, oh, I'll just add this, and then I'll wait 30 days, and then I'll just use my stake Zen, burn that for the XeNFTs, and then maybe every 30 days I can get a XenFT. With the ROI here, that's gonna keep going down. So every 90 days this changes. So you should get 3 out of 1, right? Or you should get 3 18% ROIs out of 1. Man, this is your boy Crypto Bro, the Zen fucking master. I don't know why I know all this shit. I need to go hit the gym. New Soul for the culture. When's that gonna happen? Yeah, I wonder when the Zen on Soul is gonna come out though. Peas in or die. Yeah, dog. Peas in or die. What you talking about? Global rank is really low. Is lower than Phantom, and I think it's already burned 500 trillion. Oh, okay. Shout out to O2 Odul. He said he's mining CO Cozen. Nah, I mean, yeah, see, that's a smart play. That's a lonely play, bro. You mining Cozen right now, you're by yourself. That's why I just don't understand why my body will not do it. I just cannot get off the lazy boy and go to that chain. Man, somebody needs to hold my hand. But yeah, so 27 days before the staking goes to 17%. So this is really good. We still got some days. Or right now you could stake almost for 30 days, right? If you get 143 billion CBs in, you could stake it for the next 27 days and get the same ROI. Right? And now you in this bitch. And it's only what? How much is this? This is nothing. This is like $200. Oh, not even. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's because it's way lower now. When it was up here, it was like $200. Yeah, now it's like $117. It's nothing. You can use $117 to gross $35 every month. That's weird. That's pretty cool. That's not bad. I mean, shit, if you ain't got nothing, that's not that bad. You took your $100 and turned it into $5 every 30 days. That's not bad. And that's at lows. That's like all-time lows. So yeah, supply game, man. Make sure you got your game on. Make sure you know what you're trying to do. That's pretty much all I got today for Zen World. like I said, I'll just end it on this note. XEN is running a cycle. It's in the middle of the pattern, so it's waiting for synchronization, which will probably come from a Jack Levin post saying XYZ123. So be on the lookout for that XYZ123, and yeah. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. And again, it's the 24th. It's the X. It's a lot of weird shit going on today. Twilight Zone. Bro, maybe you should grab a Moonbeam exotic before it goes out. Yeah, you know what's funny is I just got some Moonbeams. All my Moonbeam mints just hit, and I'm very skeptical. I'm like asking myself, do I want to sell these or do I want to burn these? So maybe I do want to just do it for the culture, right? Just burn it for the culture instead of fucking acting like I'm gonna sell it for profit. Let's just burn it for the culture. Fuck the profit. Just burn it, man. Just burn it. Just burn. And stays in. Peace.